Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And today, you know what? It's St. Patty's Day, St. Patrick's Day. It is time to get a little bit stereotypically Irish. We're going to drink some Irish whiskey. We're going to get mad at some stuff. And I'm going to talk about what was my understanding of what's going on the Geeks and Gamers panel. Look, I've only ever interacted with Nerdrotic, Ryan Cannell, and D-Day Cobra on the people on that screen. Everybody else, I've never interacted with. All three of those guys are great. All three of those guys are great, and I like them. The other guys, I don't know at all. What I do know is I watched some guy named Uche sit there and just completely apologize for the fact that Zack Snyder called D-Day Cobra, well, Geeks and Gamers. He called Geeks and Gamers like a hate group that was racist and was in some... Did I hear he said they were responsible in some way for the spa shootings in Georgia? And I'm like, what? And so I hear that this is then the chat is properly calling out Zack Snyder for being a complete asshole if he did that. And then Uche comes in, he's like, no, y'all don't know Zack like I know Zack. I know Zack. Y'all don't know Zack, so I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. I know Zack, and look, it wasn't him. It wasn't him saying it. You know, he was just making a choice between his career or his friends. His career, his fucking integrity. He's just making a choice, and you don't understand. I'm the only one who could possibly understand Zack, and it was the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. Oh my God. What? He called you a hate group. Ah, that wasn't him, though. Yeah, but it's you. Who cares what for him? Here's the thing, like, tell you what. There is no gun to my head that'll make me call someone a hate group if they're not a hate group. There isn't one. Because it's not me. Oh, you got to call them a hate group. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. But you got to. Yeah, I'm not going to put my giant ball of clout, if I'm Zack Snyder especially, I'm not gonna blast someone like that. That's not cool. That's not me. That's not my job. That's your job. And to see some assholes sit there and apologize. Nah, it's fine that he said we're a hate group because it wasn't him. But guess what? In every headline, it was him. In every headline, it's still you. It's, man, that is, holy hell. I could not believe listening to that. And see him screaming at the chat. You don't know Zack. I talked to Zack. I talked to Zack more than any of y'all. I know Zack. Well, I know Zack Snyder's a bitch. And I know 300 was garbage. And people simping for Zack Snyder since 300, I've been saying it the whole time. I watched that movie and I was like, that movie sucks. So, I cannot imagine going up and doing a complete bitch up for someone who just called you a hate group. Oh, boy. Hey, by the way, maybe get the full... Hydrosphere says, maybe get the full context before derailing your stream for bullshit drama. I'm not derailing my stream. I was listening to it. I was trying to hear what Jeremy had to say, but I had to start my stream. And so I was putting it on hold, but I was sharing in the moment with you guys. I'm not going to sit and talk about Geeks and Gamers. I don't really fucking care that much. I don't know what's going on. But hey, this is an... Wait a minute. This is an Irish stream. You fucking what? You what? You want to tell me what to do? Well, we're drinking. We're drinking, and by the end of this hydrosphere, we're fighting. And then we're probably singing. I'm not Irish, but I'm Irish today. Everybody's Irish today. That's the law. This is the government-approved Cultural Appropriation Day. Haven't you figured that out? Okay. So anyway, again, happy... I clipped my fingernails. I can't open the liquor. This stupid foil seal. My fingernails are too short. I was just in my hot tub, so they're all soft. I gotta use a knife. Oh my goodness. So anyway, long story short, I know one thing. I know one thing. Geeks and Gamers isn't a hate group. That wasn't that hard, was it, Zach? Hey, guess what? Our Geeks and Gamers isn't a hate group. I don't think any of them shot any Asians in a massage parlor. There you go. That wasn't hard at all. Try it. Oh, shit. Stabby McStabswood. Holy hell. Stabby says, you probably won't even see this, which I did, so... but one of my best friends got killed by a drunk driver last night. We used to listen to your show together on road trips. R.I.P. Brandon. Man. Fuck. That sucks, dude. To Brandon. To Brandon. All right. Yes Man says, I find Geeks and Gamers annoying personally. Yeah, that's fine. Geeks and Gamers is more than Jeremy, though. It's a group of people, and they all, it's like a network or whatever. And you can find whoever annoying. I find that Uche guy to be completely annoying. My only experience with him was tonight, but anyway, seemed like a bitch move to me. People say what they say. People say what they say. It's not not your job to apologize for what they say. Explain what they say, whatever. People say what they say. Let them own their own words. Zack Snyder doesn't need you to simp for him. Oh my God. All right. We're going to do this the proper way. This is a sponsored stream, y'all. It's sponsored by a paid advertisement, which is not paid at all. It's me. It's my own ad. But this is a sponsored stream by my new merch. We've got some new merch out there. Here you go. This is on the Teespring store. This is the ladies' tee. It says, my rights don't care about your feelings. Very basic, simple shirt. We got a men's tee as well. We've got a water bottle. We've got a coffee cup. And there are stickers. So, if you guys like it, buy it. If you hate it, don't buy it. Okay? But there you go. I said it the other day. I was like, that's a fun slogan. So I put it on a shirt. Doesn't cost me anything to put it on a shirt. Doesn't cost you anything for me to put it on a shirt. If you want to buy one, great. If you never buy one ever, at least I made a shirt. There you go. So this stream is brought to you in part by the Ricada Law Teespring store. It's not $60, it's $20. Can you hate buy it? Yes. Yes. I should make a grift shirt. That's all it says is grifted and charge $400 for it. Get an artist boomer, just words are cringe. Actually, I find that art is also cringe on shirts. In fact, all shirts are cringe. You should make a patch. I don't think Teespring sells patches. I did the sticker. That's about as best as I could do. But anyway, like I said, I don't care if you buy the merch. I'm not like trying to sell it to you, but I mentioned it the other day. A few people said, "Hey, I might like that shirt." So I was like, "Oh, okay." I made the shirt. It took a lot of effort, and again, if you like it, buy it. If you hate it, don't buy it. I never ask you to buy anything you don't like. All right. We've got some stuff to do today. We're going to do a review of this yellow spot, even though I just took a shot of it and it was smooth as hell. That was a very, very tasty whiskey. But we're going to do a proper slow review of it. That shot was great. Yellow Spot, this is a 12-year Irish whiskey. It's very good. I saw Breck ask me if how much it cost. At my liquor store, it was $97. $97. So that was a very smooth whiskey. I would say it performs definitely at the $100 scotch or $100 whiskey level, maybe even a bit above. That was a very smooth shot of Yellow Spot. We'll do the full sniffing and everything in just a second. Yeah, $97 for a 750. A shirt that says tier 3 sub. Oh man. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to read this Justice chat out of order. Jennifer Signs of Life, real quick. I have not been to Ireland or Scotland. They're on my list of things to do. The Roz Rodriguez, does it have your logo on the back? I didn't put my logo on it at all. I don't really like putting logos on shirts that much in general, and I certainly don't want like a big ass Ricada Law logo on the back. That seems weird to me. I don't know who would wear that. I'm gonna just make women's yoga pants though, and just put the Ricada Law logo right on the crotch though. That's what I'm gonna sell that from now on. I kid. I do sell yoga pants, by the way. They say law-splaining the interwebs down one leg. They're very nice. I bought some for Lady Rackets. They're actually good. But let's read this Zack Snyder Justice chat. Okay. The Teespring link, Biker Bear, the Teespring link is down in the description of the video. You can actually find it there. Gerard Garvin, without a hint of irony, one of the first things I made on Teespring, just as a joke, was women's yoga pants with my face all over them. Just face all over. Just hundreds of faces. It was great. So here's this Justice chat. This Justice chat is from Zack Snyder. Says, maybe instead of morally posturing about hate groups or making shitty movies, I should have paid more attention to my daughter. Maybe then she wouldn't have committed suicide. Whoa! 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 Whoa. Someone asked if there's a way to get a signed t-shirt from my store. No. I mean, I could sign something and scan it and upload the image and put it on a shirt. But to get an actual signed shirt, no, I'd have to meet up with you and sign it. But I don't have any control over the inventory. Viden the cold one, it was chess is my wealth. Chess is my wealth. Oh, man, here I am drinking. I'm not even paying attention. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Here is the Yellow Spot 12-year. Here's the bottle if you want to see it. We got to do this as a proper review. I got to read the bottle. It says Yellow Spot single pot still Irish whiskey, aged 12 years, which is just on the north end of the Biden sniff range. 3 cask maturation, bourbon, sherry, and Malaga, non-chill filtered. Matured for not less than 12 years in bourbon barrels, sherry butts, and Malaga casks. Triple distilled, matured, and bottled. For Mitchell & Son, established 1805, Fine Wines and Spirits in Dublin. Product of Ireland. It is 46% alcohol. Yellow Spot. Inspired by the original, Yellow Spot is the rare taste of a Bonder-style pot-still Irish whiskey. Maturation in bourbon barrels, sherry butts, and Malaga casks creates a superbly complex whiskey with fresh and sweet top notes. Nose. It tells you what you're supposed to smell because no one ever smells what they're supposed to, okay? So the nose is mown hay and cracked black pepper, red bell peppers, nutmeg, clove oil, and green tea, sweet honey and peaches from the Malaga casks. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to smell that. Let me try. Oh, I smell the mown hay and black pepper. You know, now that you mention it, I am getting a little bit of a pepper, I guess. I don't get the red bell pepper. The fuck does clove oil smell like? I don't get the sweet honey and peaches. I don't know who smells that. Kind of weirdo runs around smelling all this stuff. Next we've got taste. Honey sweetness with pot still spices, flavors of fresh coffee. I didn't taste coffee at all because I hate it, so I would know. Creamy milk chocolate and creme brulee. Notes of red apples and toasted oat. They're just making shit up. I hate this. I hate this part. Finish, sophisticated and complex. That doesn't say anything. Sweetness throughout with a mix of red grape and dry barley upon exit. Wait, so is that when I piss later? Single pot still Irish whiskey is unique to Ireland. It is regarded as a quintessential style of Irish whiskey, safeguarded and nurtured under the watchful eye of the Middleton Distillery for almost 200 years. Single pot still Irish whiskey is made from mash of malted and unmalted barley and triple distilled in traditional copper pot stills. Pot still Irish whiskeys are characterized by full complex flavors and wonderful creamy mouthfeel. Yeah, I put that on my Tinder too. I've got a wonderful creamy mouthfeel. I'm just going to copy and paste that last section onto a Tinder profile and put up someone else's picture and see how it does. Describe yourself. A wonderful and creamy mouthfeel. All right, here we go. It does smell really nice. I think I get the sweetness that they're talking about. I can't pick out individual fruits. Look, I haven't lived in San Francisco long enough for that. But it does smell nice. It does have a sweet smell. It's not very acidic or actinic. It's not acrid. It's not alcohol-y smelling. Very mellow in your mouth. Goes down really easy. I mean, this is an exceptionally smooth whiskey. If you like a smooth whiskey, there's no burn to this. There's barely any tingle. I got a little bit of tingle on my tongue, nothing in the throat, nothing on the roof of my mouth, nothing on the bottom of my mouth. And I let it sit and fall down around my tongue. So it kind of coats the whole inside. Little tingle on the tongue. That's about it. This is a very smooth, easy to drink whiskey. Very good. Very, very good. I would recommend this to people who are not like huge whiskey fans. I would, if this is probably a good whiskey to kind of get into it because it's very non-offensive. It does not punch you in the face or anything like that. It's good, man. I don't know how else to describe it. It's smooth, crisp, good, whatever you want. It very tasty too. That is a worthy bottle of whiskey. All right. The Roz Rodriguez. I don't know when I'll be on Viva and Barnes. They have invited me, but not a specific date yet. I will announce it when we are. Housekeeping for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, daytime, 2 p.m. Central Time. Heel versus Babyface. My boy Az and I will be here painting. Come hang out. We can talk about all of your pop culture. Jennifer, Signs of Life. Yes, I'll show you the bottle. I showed it earlier, but here it is. Yellow Spot. 12-year Irish pot still whiskey. Very good. Very good. I'm a big fan. The last Irish whiskey I had was Middleton, very rare. It cost twice as much as this. I would buy this bottle over the Middleton. Middleton was really good whiskey. This one's a better whiskey to me. And the one I had before that was Proper 12, which is trash. I would never buy that again. Do you think sommeliers are just full of shit with all those odd fragrances they listed? Seems they've been inhaling too many fumes for too long and some cells have cooked off. I don't know, man. There's a great YouTube channel called The Unemployed Sommelier. He's great. That guy's fantastic. He does phenomenal liquor reviews. I strongly would recommend watching him. I would love to collab with him. I don't know if he my luck, he probably would hate me. But that being said, I think he's great. You should do a hot tub and painting stream. No. The hot tub stream's got to be a very special occasion. Okay. Tomorrow, like I said, as heel versus babyface, we will be here, 2 p.m. Come hang out. Come hang out. Fun times with that. There should be a stream tomorrow night as well. I'm not sure on the topics or if I'll have a guest. We'll see. Friday, normal stream going on. I don't think anything particularly special is happening, although maybe I should reach out and talk to some people. There are some people who I want to have on for guests. I've had a pretty busy week at home, so I haven't been reaching out to book a bunch of guests. Like the 100K stream we haven't gotten. You guys called me out on stupidly promising a 24-hour stream. Now I have to do a 24-hour stream. I don't know when to do it. Jack Cook, we already watched Robot Jocks on Prime the other day. It was beautiful. 2 p.m. Nick time, Crimson J. What does Az mean? Is that his real name? Yeah, that's Az. Heel versus babyface. So we've got, I'm not doing a 24-hour stream now. I have to be up at 9 in the morning tomorrow. Let's make a deal and make a 48-hour stream? No. Look, it's entirely possible that tomorrow night the Vic decision will come out. I mean, it's Thursday, so who knows? I'm waiting. I would love to have a decision either way, because either Vic gets to move on from this mess, or this mess continues, and justice gets to be pursued. So we'll see. Here I am grifting for an hour. Fixed it for you. You could do a hot tub 24-hour live stream. Oh, God. 24 hours in a hot tub. I might actually die. Amy Minty, that's what I did the last 24-hour stream. I had a lot of guests, both in person here and via call-ins. It was a lot of fun. It was a great show. But it's not, guys, it's not about me doing a 24-hour show. It's not about me scheduling 24 hours worth of guests or anything like that. It's about me scheduling a 24-hour show with my family, because it's still school year. My kids still have a bunch of activities, and that makes it a big problem. Hey, what's up? An EVS raid? Great. Thank you guys for showing up. Man, I saw a little bit of Ethan. He was watching Geeks and Gamers. He was spitting fire. And trust me, Uncle E is right. Uncle Ethan Van Sciver is right about Zack Snyder. Stop it. We can make our own stuff. You don't have to simp for the industry, and you certainly don't have to simp for Zack Snyder. He was right, and he was spitting hot fire over on his stream. I tuned in for just a few minutes. It was great. So if anybody gets to him before me, tell Uncle Ethan I'm with him, man. He's right. He's right. And you should listen to him, because he's the dude. He's the dude who left the industry at a high point in the industry. He left, made his own thing. You think Zack Snyder can't leave DC or Marvel and make his own thing? Of course he can. NQS, yeah, the 24-hour stream is 24 hours straight. Last time it was actually 25 hours. It was great. Let me hit these super chats. I just saw Socialism is for Figs has a great question. I'll get to it in just a second, and then we'll get into the I've got some stuff to piss people off tonight, right? We've got stories of people behaving badly. People behaving badly, and we got critical race theory. That's also people behaving badly, but that's about Loudoun County. If you haven't heard of that, be prepared to be a little bit annoyed with that one. But and oh, you may want to actually murder someone by the end of this stream. Not because this stream is a hate group, but because the people who we're going to talk about in this stream, some of them are the worst people on earth. And I'm not even talking about voice actresses. Zack Snyder just destroyed Geeks and Gamers on their live stream and called them a hate group. Wait, on the what? Like again? Amy Minty, no, this is not Twitter drama. This is nothing like that at all. Yes? He went on their stream and called them a hate group? No. Anyway. All right, here we go. Funny Valentine says, any update on the potential stream with Project Melody? I don't have a potential stream with Project Melody. I would love to stream with Project Melody. I think I think melody is one of the voices at the forefront of free speech. I would love to, some of you may not, I don't know how much people would like this. I would love to get ghetto gaggers on the stream because I think they are a pioneer on the limits of speech. And they are certainly, a company or a person or whatever riding the bounds of what people find to be acceptable. I would love it. I would love to have people from the 3D printed gun industry on. I would love to talk to Cody Wilson. You know, these are all. I would love to talk to people on the bounds of free speech. On the bounds of free speech. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get, if I could get Melody on, I would do it in a heartbeat. Not even for the obvious residual benefit it would have. I just would love to talk to her because I think what she's doing is pretty interesting. The Dragon's Treasure says, I'm going to be a father. I just need to find a girl to call me daddy. Okay. JP Alex says, getting divorced. Always love the content, Nick. Until Valhalla, brother. Until Valhalla. There's a little bit left here for you, JP. May it go smoothly. May you resolve things without lawyers. Okay. Bad Vibe says, say I love coffee and cake donuts. I can't. It's against my religion to say that. Intimidator 0108 says, happy St. Patty's Day, Nick. Sent a couple of screenshots of replies I got from Emmett Plant for days after I replied to Come Geek Some's comment on a recent video that Umbrella Guy posted. It's pretty laughable how he responds. Oh, that guy's a turbo nerd. By the way, he's really walking back that claim that he was responsible for Vic's thing when people have been pointing it out to him. He's a super piece of shit. Remember, he said that me telling people that if they go ahead and contact a convention to try and get Emmett Plant canceled, that would be illegal. This dumb motherfucker actually said it would be a crime to suggest people contact a convention to get someone canceled. The unabashed head-in-ass irony of that statement is mind-blowing from someone who just professed that he had gotten someone canceled by doing exactly that. And here's the best part. I didn't actually tell anyone to do that. I don't advocate for that. I was just pointing out that some people want to do that, and if they want to do that, that is how you hurt cancel culture, is to cancel them too. Oh, and also because Emmett Plant is a self-professed male feminist, which means he's a literal danger to women. He's a literal danger to women. Any woman is in danger around Emmett Plant, and they should seriously clear the area. As with any self-professed male feminist, any of them. Someone's ever like, oh yeah, I'm a male feminist, mace them and leave. Just get out. Get out. It'll save you a raping. All right, next. Kiwi goes live, says, for some reason, Streamlabs is not giving you my super chat love. Anyways, everyone here needs to get Stubbs the Zombie. It's the best $20 you'll ever spend. Thank you, Kiwi. Sorry about the Streamlabs. I don't know what's going on there. Mega Mobas says, hey, Nick, I've been keeping my eye on that Kobe Harris case. The guy who violated his bond during the hearing on Zoom. They had the next hearing yesterday, and it went about as well as the first one. I posted an article in the stream channel on Discord. Oh, okay. Wait. The guy who was at the battered girlfriend's house, that one? Oh, that was amazing. Bad Vibe says some of these Massengills need to step up and tell us what they think to our faces. I'm sick of them hiding behind keyboards and cameras. Bad Vibes says, clarification. Accusing folks like us of being hate groups need to grow up here and start talking to our faces. Oh, yeah. Again, I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. Yeah, Zach, you have a bunch of super fans at Geeks and Gamers. They all really like you and they like your stuff and they sing your praises. What do you think about them? Yeah, they're a hate group. Probably racist and may have caused the Asian masseuses who didn't give me a hand job last time I was in there, but they may have caused them to get shot up by a crazy man. Okay. I cannot imagine doing that. I cannot imagine that. Nick, will you tell your audience, will you talk about your audience and call them a hate group? Yeah, no. They're not a hate group. Well, some of them say some pretty racist stuff. Yeah, so? Well, it's words. I don't even know if they mean it. And even if they do, I don't know if they'd ever act on it. So I can't call them a hate group. Are you a hate group? What? Like what? It's words. Get over it. Except a correction. Baka Matai, Miss Baka is a hate group, but she is slamming Angry Baneling, and that is very, very anti-Indian. So, good job. I see that happening in chat. When will you tell Vic to stop wearing gay pants? I literally have. Like, man, you got to wear some normal pants. Those are weird. They lace up the sides. Are you Judas Priest? All right. Austin Heartless says, the only people I allow to appropriate my ancestors' holiday are lawyers and Polish people. Oh, woo. Woo. Reaver Barash says, was the bull from last week's redo a Drexel cameo? Yes. Anyway, you should watch Golden Boy with Drexel at some point. It's a crappy anime story about a Chad who takes random jobs to learn and always gets a chick to fall for him after he leaves his job. Yeah, Golden Boy is kind of a legendary anime when we were kids. But I don't know. I don't think I ever watched it. And then finally, Socialism is for Fig says, hey, what's up with the Chauvin trial? What happened with the jury selection? They removed 2 of them. Yes. 2 of the jurors were called back in. I think several jurors were called back in, but I'll do a short video on this tomorrow explaining it. But I'll briefly explain it here as well. Look, I've got to up my grift game. I got to have the grifting daytime videos too to push subscriptions, to push dollars, all of that stuff. Ad revenue and subs. Got to have them. You got to have them. If not, the channel just flatlines. It's terrible. So, long story short, the city of Minneapolis settled with the Floyd family for $27 million. It was a public headline. Jurors indicated that they had seen that public headline. They had consumed a news story about the the Chauvin trial, through George Floyd. And 2 of the jurors said that award of $27 million would make it difficult for them to remain impartial towards Derek Chauvin. So they were more likely to find him guilty after hearing that the city settled the lawsuit with the family. So they have been removed because they have to. So that's that. That's what happened there. Oh man, another justice chat from Zack Snyder, very important. It says, hey Nick, just wanted to clear things up. I came on a stream that had members from Geeks and Gamers on raising money for a suicide prevention charity. As you know, my adopted Asian daughter committed suicide. As thanks, I threw them under the bus. Yeah, that was great. Go over to the Frog Father EVS. Is he still streaming? I love me some Ethan. Favorite Lovecraftian god? Azathoth. Azathoth. Socialism is for Fig says, Nick, with this Chauvin thing, will it lead to a mistrial? Please give more, Grifter. Right now, it's not at a mistrial. They're still at jury selection. So, I see kids running around. They're still at jury selection, so they're still weeding out mistrial possibilities. So, no. I mean, anything can lead to a mistrial if it results in what is grounds for a mistrial. At this point, though, they're still trying to weed that stuff out. They have moved for a change of venue in response to the $27 million settlement, and they've tried to use that as grounds for a proper change of venue. I don't know if that's actually going to work. I don't know if the judge has ruled on it. I haven't followed up on it, but it's a real thing. It's a thing that's going on. My kids are just running up the stairs, looking into my office as they do, knowing that they're not supposed to be. Good job. Good job. Augusto Pinochet says, gonna hop on a Good Logic stream when? Yeah, I'd love to stream on Joe's channel. Love to join him for a stream. When? I don't know. He's, if he invites me, depends if I've got time. That's it. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. I've got some various stories to cover. Let's I gotta get. Damn it. Let's do this one first. This one's a video. I haven't watched this video, but the description of the video is enough. This is from a couple years ago, so it's possible some of you have seen this, but I haven't. And since, it's me drinking on a St. Paddy's Day, if I haven't seen it, then nobody's seen it. Just a reminder, My Rights Don't Care About Your Feelings is a sponsor of the stream. Stainless tumbler, t-shirt, stainless water bottle, woman's t-shirt. Those taper in because women taper in. But here we go. So this is lawyer accused of bringing drugs to jail and having sex with inmate. This is from Ellen DeGeneres, I guess. Get EVS on for the 24-hour. I mean, he'll be invited. Here we go.
Dana, come on down.
When UVA law student Dana Tapper appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show in 2013.
But Dana has been steadfast in her commitment to helping those less fortunate.
She talked.
Uh-oh! Oh, no! Oh, no. No, Dana.
About being the first in her family to go to college and how she didn't want to work at a big corporate law firm when she graduated, instead hoping to help those in the juvenile justice system.
The only reason I came.
You know where this is going, right? You know where this is going, right?
To law school is to work with kids.
DeGeneres.
Oh, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no.
Rewarded Tapper for her passion, giving her $20,000 courtesy of Shutterfly.
Oh, that's so great of Ellen and Shutterfly to give her $20,000 to go work with kids in the juvenile justice system.
Also, to go with it, they want to give you another $10,000.
Now, roughly 5 years later, Tapper faces charges for alleged
Look at that face. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a first generation law student right there. First gen law graduate.
allegedly giving an inmate at the Riverside Regional Jail a cell phone and drugs. The Commonwealth's attorney in Prince George says it happened in December and that the case remains under investigation. While nearly all documents related to the case are sealed and the prosecutor declined to name the inmate, Crime Insider sources tell CBS 6 Tapper did visit one inmate hundreds of times in jail,
Hundreds of times. This is a juvenile. Hundreds of times. Oh my God. She looks like an Arby's roast beef by now.
smuggled him drugs, and even had sex with him behind bars.
I'm guessing just once of the hundreds of times, by the way. Oh my goodness gracious.
Although we don't know the name of that particular inmate,
That's many hours to see.
we uncovered records that show what CBS 6 legal analyst Todd Stone calls Tapper's unusual history of appearing in court for inmates she was not representing.
It's understandable why there's an investigation, because investigations often begin when they see smoke and they look for the fire.
The first involves Karan Porter, who last
Please stop being memeable. Please. It can't. Ugh. Okay. All right, here we go.
last year was found guilty of leading state police on a high-speed chase back in 2013, a chase that ended when Porter crashed into a car and killed a 73-year-old Marine veteran.
Oh my
CBS
God.
6 obtained a log from Riverside Regional Jail that shows Tapper made 38 professional visits to Porter over a year and a half. This November 2016 transcript from what was scheduled to be the first day of Porter's retrial in Chesterfield shows Tapper showed up that day and asked to address the court even though she was not Porter's attorney. She said she had spent several hundred hours on Porter's case, many of
Why?
them with Porter, and said his current counsel was ineffective.
Why? Why is she doing this? How's she doing this? Lane Kyrie. Yeah, I can add a tank top to it.
However, she did not request to become his attorney.
I can usually meet with someone in an hour and I get everything done. So we're talking like several hundred visits on my timetable.
Stone says
Well, but look at you. You're a weirdo. Like that guy. I can usually meet with people in an hour. He's the legal analyst. Is he a defense attorney? I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Let me throw some apologetics towards this floozy's way, okay? Meeting with someone trying to overturn a conviction for criminal vehicular homicide following a police chase is more than a 1 hour meeting. All right? Let's get that out the door anyway. So this weirdo who meets with CBS, local CBS affiliate to to talk about cases, man. I don't know if he's a criminal defense attorney, but it takes more than an hour to work on that case for sure. Now, plus when you figure in all of the cleanup that you have to do after a wild night of sexual congress, that adds time.
Spending so many hours with an inmate is highly unusual.
What is with this 3D animated walk through a fake jail? What is going on here? I feel like I'm in 1998.
Outside of a capital murder case.
And she's not even representing him, which is what makes it so odd.
We also learned that Tapper raised some eyebrows in Henrico when she spoke as a witness on behalf of convicted felon and gang member Damien.
Oh, come on now.
King. King was in court for a bond hearing in September of 2016 on charges that he broke into a man's home and shot him. Prosecutors said King's blood was found at the scene. We listened to an audio recording of Tapper's testimony at his bond hearing. She said she had met King through a friend that ran the Legal Aid Justice Center's Rise for Youth program. Tapper said King worked for her at her law practice in Richmond and described King as her right hand, saying he was
right hand. Her right hand. My God.
tapped into the juvenile network and gave her access to those clients. King's attorney asked Tapper if she had any concerns about
why again? Look at this.
Access to those clients. King's attorney.
Look at this 3D animated courtroom. Why? Just take a picture of a real court. Do you know how much more it costs to develop a 3D rendering of a courtroom than to just go in and be like, oh, hey, that's it? What is up? Why is this? Why is this a thing? Again, they could have done a walkthrough on a jail cell. What the fuck is going on?
Attorney asked Tapper if she had any concerns about working with King going forward, considering his current charges related to the shooting, and Tapper answered absolutely not. We asked Stone if defense attorneys typically appear as witnesses for inmates.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not something that you see very commonly.
I did it. I did that once. It was great.
He also said hiring a convicted gang member to work in your law office raises some concerns.
You think?
It could be a potential danger zone for a lawyer to have someone like that working in their office.
This guy is the most reserved, weird-sounding guy. Well, it could be a potential danger to have someone like that working in your office. Oh, might it be a danger to have a convicted gang member working in your office, your law office, where people have private documents, where all sorts of stuff is going on? I mean, could it possibly be a little bit? That's not a 3D courtroom, though. Yes, it is. Look at it. This is rendered. This isn't real. This isn't a real picture.
The judge ended up not granting King bond, and he ultimately pleaded guilty in the case. He now faces gun trafficking charges out of Brooklyn.
We contacted the Legal Aid Justice Center to find out if they had in fact introduced Dana Tapper to Damien King. They said no, and to their knowledge, Damien King had never been involved with their organization.
No kidding! He's a convicted gang member. Why would they have him working for them? Does this guy look like he's working at a law office?
Henrico Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney Mike Feinmel says his office is aware of the apparent misrepresentation of facts to the court, and they are conducting an investigation. Tapper is scheduled to go on trial in Prince George County in August. Working for you, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.
Okay, whatever that is. Oh my gosh. That story was golden. How's Dana doing now? Dana Tapper. Let's see how. Let's see. This is above the law. She was just sentenced to 20 years in prison, with all but 3 months suspended after smuggling drugs and a cell phone to an inmate serving time for murder. Let's see. An agreement between the prosecution and defense, Dana Lauren Tapper. Here we go. Pull this up so we can read it together. of Richmond pleaded guilty in Prince George County Circuit Court to 1 count each of providing a prisoner with a cell phone, conspiracy to provide the prisoner with a cell phone, and conspiracy to provide a controlled substance to the prisoner. In exchange for the plea, Prince George Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Mark Barnard withdrew 3 accompanying felony charges. In accordance with the agreement, Circuit Judge Alan Sherritt sentenced Tapper to a total of 20 years in prison, with all but 3 months suspended. The judge allowed a defense request that Tapper begin serving her time on August 13th. So she only has to serve 3 months of her 20-year sentence. That's privilege. You want privilege. Switch the roles. Switch the roles. 30-year-old male lawyer goes into female juvenile detention center, bangs them over and over again, brings them a cell phone and drugs. You see if that male lawyer gets 3 months of time to serve. Oh, it's not on stream. Sorry, here it is. You see if that lawyer gets 3 months or if he's in prison forever. The charges against Tapper, who received national attention in 2013 when she appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show and was handed 2 $10,000 checks as a surprise gift, arose from a year-long investigation of Tapper's multiple jail contacts with inmate Karen Porter. She was indicted in April for 2 incidents 5 days apart, in which she provided Porter with a cell phone on December 7th and then conspired to deliver Suboxone strips to him on December 12th, according to a summary of evidence. Suboxone is a frequently abused narcotic, Barnard told the court. It's typically used in the management of opioid abuse and withdrawal, but can be abused, resulting in addiction. Tapper was not serving as Porter's attorney, but went to visit him at Riverside Regional Jail 38 times between November 2016 and February 2018, according to jail records obtained by the Richmond Times-Dispatch through the Freedom of Information Act. She was represented Thursday by attorneys Craig Cooley and Chris Collins. Cooley emphasized to the court that Tapper did not have any sexual contact with Porter or any other inmates. Really? Barnard, the prosecutor, also said there was no evidence that Tapper had sexual contact with inmates at Riverside. Porter, 28, was sentenced in September to 30 years in prison on a felony murder charge for killing a third generation. Okay, so he's 28. He's not a juvenile. Third generation Marine officer in a crash while fleeing police in Chesterfield County in March 2013. When asked by the judge if she had anything to say, Tapper declined to comment. She also declined to comment to reporters. Tapper, who at the time of her arrest lived in an apartment in the 2300 block of East Carey Street in Richmond, operated a law practice in the city. It has since closed. No kidding. Collins said Tapper plans to surrender her law license. In a detailed summary of evidence, Barnard says Chesterfield detective Christopher Juice interviewed an inmate at Riverside Regional Jail. He reported that Porter was receiving Suboxone strips from Tapper. The inmate, who isn't named, don't name the snitch, I guess, told the detective that Tapper delivered the drugs to Porter by concealing them in stacks of paperwork. Detective then reviewed video record. Why would you bring drugs to an inmate? Why would you do this? Why ever? I don't understand this at all. There is no inmate on earth who I'm like, you know what? I want to bring you drugs. That sounds like a good plan. What the hell? What are you thinking? Oh, it's a whiskey. That was nice. Ace Brain 2003 says, hypothetically, if that lawyer chick has sex with an inmate who's a minor, but was charged as an adult, is that still considered statutory rape? Yes, 100%. Have you ever been in love? Up. Beginning in May 2017, the police placed Tapper under surveillance, and she was observed going to known drug areas, including the home of Porter's mother, Kimberly Debro. Jail officials seized from Porter a black Unihertz cell phone, one of the smallest 4G phones available that is comparable to a standard-sized business card. The phone was turned over to Chesterfield police. A subsequent search warrant was served at Tapper's residence, where investigators confiscated Tapper's iPhone and a box for a Unihertz cell phone. Serial numbers from the box were identical to the phone seized from Porter. RIP. In March, a search warrant was executed at Debro's residence, where investigators confiscated her iPhone. Police then began examining the contents of Tapper's phone, Porter's phone, and Debro's phone, and found extensive communication between the three of them, Barnard said. That communication included text discussion between Tapper and Debro, and between Tapper and Porter about strips. Fuck. On the phones? You're texting about felony drug transactions? What is wrong with you? This is an attorney. This is a lawyer. You know what? Let's just text each other about getting strips to each other. That's fine. Between January 20th and February 19th of 2018, Tapper and Porter logged more than 3,400 texts or calls. During the same time frame, Tapper and Debro logged 148 communications. So, 3,400 texts. Release the transcripts. We want to see him ask about that booty. Come on, release those text messages. You know they're great. Tapper and Porter also used video chat to communicate with each other using their cell phones. Screenshots were taken during the video chats. I bet they fucking were. I bet they were. Authorities did not recover any Suboxone from Porter or in his jail cell, nor was any found at Tapper's residence. Neither Porter nor Debro has been charged in the case, but authorities said their investigation remains ongoing. Wow. That is the saddest fucking... that is a sad-ass mugshot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what an uplifting, heartwarming story that one is. Oh, my God. Smash or pass? Well, I pass on that depressing mugshot, but I'd probably smash based on the other one. She's out in 3? Get her on the show. She's out in 3 months in 2018. She's been out. Or wait, no, she was, serving her time on August 13th. 3 months. She's done. She should be well out of here. Whew. Wow. Okay, for this one. We have this one? Come on. It's a brand new story. Just a second. I don't want to subscribe to a free account for anything. Let's see here. Dram Springfield. Yeah, you can't post links in the chat. I have it disabled because of the porn bots that would spam the channel. But if you want to post about it and tell people where to find it, sure, I don't care. Yeah, I'm not her shade anyway. That's true. Let's see. All right, I'm archiving this page right now. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this guy. Are you guys aware of this? I assume you're aware of this because we were just kind of talking about it with Geeks and Gamers a little bit. Do I have this centered at all? Oh my God. Hold on. Oh. Fucking hell. Okay. So this is a big story right now. This is the Asian hate crime thing, even though I'm not so convinced that it was an Asian hate crime that was going on here, but let's take a look at this news story. A man suspected of killing 8 people at 3 Atlanta area spas was headed to Florida, perhaps to carry out additional shootings when he was arrested Tuesday night, Atlanta's mayor said Wednesday, citing investigators. His family had helped police search for him, authorities said, perhaps averting further harm that the mayor said could have been significantly worse. Very likely there would have been more victims. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, her name is Lance Bottoms, said in a news conference at Atlanta Police Headquarters. Preliminary information indicates that the killings of 6 Asian people and 2 white people may not have been racially motivated, but instead could relate to the suspect's claim of a potential sex addiction. May not. Well, I mean, he didn't kill only one race, and, there's no reason to believe it was racially motivated. But, I mean, it might not have been. Did he get the COVID vaccine? That's what I want to know. Checking up on this thing. All right. So here we go. Cherokee County Sheriff Frank Reynolds said at the joint news conference, so it's too early to know a motive. Atlanta Police Chief Rodney Bryant said, it's too early to know a motive. So, of course, it's not too early on Twitter, though. There's still a lot more work to be done. We're not just there as of yet, which is typically what the Asian women say at the massage parlor when you haven't coomed yet. Because of the victim's background, some public officials had raised fears before Wednesday's police news conference that ethnicity had come into play amid rising concerns nationwide about anti-Asian violence during the coronavirus pandemic. Can we stop? Can we stop? What is this? We're going to pull this up in just a minute. Police say Robert Aaron Long, 21 of Woodstock, Georgia. Look at this guy. Look at him. No. Oh, no. Robert, no. Is suspected of opening fire at the spas late Tuesday afternoon and early evening. First at a business about 30 miles northwest of Atlanta, followed by 2 more at spas in northeastern Atlanta. Seems far away. Long was being held Wednesday in Cherokee County on 4 counts of murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. The sheriff's official said he's also facing 4 counts of murder in Atlanta, according to city police. Sex is a hate crime category under Georgia's new law. If Long was targeting women out of hatred for them or scapegoating them for his own problems. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me just suggest. There is, I'm not apologizing for this guy at all. Seems like a total scumbag. But this idea of men who have been shamed tremendously and endlessly for not being able to engage in sex, for that being quote unquote their own problem. I mean, there's a lot to unpack in this issue. The way we unpack every issue in the United States except this issue, there's a lot to unpack in this issue. But here we go. It could potentially, what a weird thing. Scapegoating women for his own problems. Like, women don't want to have sex with me. Well, first of all, look at your haircut and your weird scraggly pube beard. You need to stop this thing. What the fuck are you wearing? What is on your shoulder? Do you have shoulder pads? Are you blocking swords? Like, what is happening here? I don't understand what's going on with this look. But yeah, I don't know. Could potentially be, yeah. The shootings don't have to be racially motivated to constitute a hate crime in Georgia. Can we stop with the hate crime thing? Can we stop with the hate crime thing? It's just a crime. Like, just murdering someone is a crime. And if you murder someone because you hate their skin color or gender, that's not worse than just murdering someone. Where did we go wrong with this? How did this become a thing? Murdering someone is the bad thing. Murdering someone for the wrong reason isn't worse than just murdering someone. I don't get this. I'm never going to get this at all. Man, it's really bad that guy killed someone. Well, he killed someone because they were black. Well, then it's worse. Why is that worse? I don't understand why that's worse than killing someone who is black, but not because they're black. Right? Like, it's the crime is what matters, not the reason for the crime. Wow. Nick's Hex says, yesterday my house shook hard twice. Turns out a house 1 mile from my house was storing commercial grade fireworks and they went off. Both houses on the property obliterated. 2 dead. FBI investigating. The horses survived. Damn. Wow. Snuggle Struggle says, before this Floyd debacle, I was foolishly drunk in public in Gilbert, Minnesota. Furthering my idiocy, I swung at a cop. Dropped with neck restraint, no different than Floyd. After cuffed, kept in restraint for the safety of everyone. Damn. You got a raw deal. The LEOs I know in Minnesota specifically have suggested to me that maintaining a neck restraint after someone is handcuffed is not what they're trained to do. Now, I'm not commenting on what Chauvin was trained to do. You know, they could have been trained at different times, different places. That's not a thing. I'm just saying the people that I know have suggested that is not an appropriate use of a neck restraint. Once handcuffs are on, they're considered in compliance at that point, and they're not supposed to persist with a neck restraint. They may use other restraints still, right? Like someone struggling is still moving around, but to use a neck restraint at that point is outside of their training. Sorry that happened to you, man. By the way, being drunk in public is not a crime in Minnesota. So if that cop who used that neck restraint on you was hassling you for being drunk in public, not only is being drunk in public in Minnesota not a crime, it's specifically not a crime by statute. I hope the import of that is there. So again, if a cop was messing with you in Gilbert, Minnesota about being drunk in public, you not only were not committing a crime, but it is statutorily laid out as a non-crime in Minnesota. Here, I'll show you. Minnesota statutes, public intoxication. Here you go. This is amazing. Look at this shit. This is the only good thing Minnesota has ever done. No, it's not included under disorderly conduct. Here's the statute. 340A.902. Drunkenness, not a crime. No person may be charged with or convicted of the offense of drunkenness or public drunkenness. Nothing herein prevents the prosecution and conviction of an intoxicated person for offenses other than the drunkenness or public drunkenness, nor does this section relieve a person from civil liability for an injury to persons or property caused by the person while intoxicated. It is not a crime. Very specific in Minnesota. If you're drunk walking around outside in Minnesota and a cop comes up to you, he's like, "You can't fucking arrest me for being drunk, you bacon-smelling piece of shit." They can't do anything to you because it's not a crime. It is not a criminal act. Can't do it. So, okay, back to this thing. Back to this uplifting story. Long was arrested Tuesday night about 150 miles south of Atlanta in a traffic stop on Interstate 75, authorities said. After his arrest, Long indicated to investigators he believed he had a sex addiction and, quote, an issue with porn. Oh, this guy's been listening to Andrew Torba, hasn't he? I bet this guy's got a Gab account. How much you want to bet that this guy has talked about the problem with porn ruining people? How much you want to bet that this guy is an anti-porn advocate on the right? I bet he is. I bet he is. After his arrest, and claimed to see the spas as a temptation that he wanted to eliminate. Cherokee County Sheriff's Captain Jay Baker said at Wednesday's news conference, Long may have frequented some of these places in the past, Reynolds said, without specifying whether he meant exactly those businesses or spas like them. Long also told investigators the killings were not racially motivated. Reynolds' office said in a news release, Long legally purchased the gun he used in the shootings at the local gun store, Big Woods Goods, in Holly Springs, Georgia. An attorney for the company told CNN. Baker, like the Atlanta mayor, said Long told investigators he was headed to Florida and was going to do more acts there. Bottoms acknowledged most of the victims were Asian, said, "We know violence against Asian Americans is an issue that's happening around the country. It is unacceptable, it's hateful, and it has to stop." This has nothing to do with it. This has nothing to do with that. Oh my God. They scrubbed his social media. He's a leftist. Didn't find anything on him saying as on the right. Okay. I believe it. I believe it. Let's see. The spas were legally operating businesses which were not on the authorities' radar, the mayor said. South Korea's foreign ministry, which had been in touch with the consulate in Atlanta, has said that 4 of the victims were of Korean ethnicity. The 6 Asian victims were women. So there you go. Suspect's family saw his image and helped identify him, authorities say. Snitches? CEO Pangea says, when I was in college, I had a cop run over me with a tractor, and then he refused to move the tractor until I calmed him down. Oh my God. Were you injured? What is that like? Shortly before 5 Tuesday, deputies were called to Young's Asian Massage. Young's Asian Massage. Young's Asian Massage. Ah! Come on now. Come on now. Weren't on their radar. Well, maybe they should have been. Between the Georgia cities of Woodstock and Ackworth, after reports of a shooting, Cherokee County Sheriff's officials said that shooting left 4 people dead, 2 Asian, 2 white, and 1 person injured. Baker said 2 of the victims were pronounced dead at the scene while the 2 died at the hospital. Killed were Delania Ashley Yuan, 33 of Ackworth, Paul Andre Michaels, 54 of Atlanta, Xiaoji Yan, 49 of Kennesaw, and Dao Yu Feng, 44. Wait. Okay. Hold up a minute, though. 4 people dead, 2 Asian, 2 white. We've got Delina Ashley Yuan. That last name sounds Asian. Okay. Paul Andre Michaels. That sounds not Asian. Xiao Yan sounds pretty Asian. And Dao Yu Feng sounds Asian too. Yuan could be her married name, I guess. Yeah, that's got to be it, maybe. The injured survivor was Elcias Hernandez Ortiz of Ackworth. About an hour later, and 30 miles away, Atlanta police responded to what was described as a robbery at the Gold Massage Spa on Piedmont Road in Atlanta. At least this one isn't named Young's Asian Massage or whatever. Jesus Christ. Police said they found 3 people dead. While there, police received another call of shots fired across the street at aromatherapy spa where they found 1 person dead. Investigators found surveillance video of a suspect near the Cherokee County scene and published images on social media. Long's family saw the images, contacted authorities, and helped identify him. Family members are very distraught, and they were very helpful in this apprehension. Investigators were able to track Long's phone, and Reynolds reached out to the sheriff in Georgia's Crisp County, well to the south, to let him know Long appeared to be heading in that direction. The arrest. Around 8:30 p.m. Tuesday, Highway Patrol, about 150 miles south of Atlanta, was alerted that a suspect in the Cherokee County shootings was headed its way. Reynolds said in video, this is the guy. I guess this must be like a thing that they put him in. This must be like an outfit that they gave him. That nobody wears something like this. It looks all crappy and terrible. After Long's vehicle was spotted, a chase ensued. State trooper performed a maneuver that sent the SUV out of control. Police confiscated a 9mm gun from his vehicle. Video evidence. How many dirty magazines? And did they go through his phone's history? Was he masturbating while running from the police? Because if not, this guy is a chump. Look, if you're a true coom addict, you would be pounding it out while running from police. That's all I'm saying. That weird clothing is a bulletproof vest / plate carrier? I don't think so. That doesn't look like a bulletproof vest or plate carrier. That looks like some shitty thing that they put on you. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream tonight, let me grift some likes out of you. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the stream, it really helps out the show. Helps tell YouTube. Even though YouTube really hates my streams. God, they hate them so much. But it really does help out. Thank you. And I appreciate it because it inflates my ego more than the Asian women were inflating this guy's penis. Video evidence, including showing Long's vehicle in the area of the Atlanta shooting, suggests that Long is responsible for the killings. Long has claimed responsibility for the shootings in Cherokee County and in Atlanta. One law enforcement source told CNN that the suspect is on suicide watch and was wearing a vest intended to protect him from self-harm in the mugshot. There we go. Facebook spokesperson told CNN Wednesday that it removed an Instagram account the company believed was linked to him. Daily Beast was first to report the existence of the account. Screenshot of the account obtained by CNN showed it used the name Aaron Long. In the bio section, caption read, "Pizza, guns, drugs, drums, music, family, and God. This pretty much sums up my life. It's a pretty good life." Oh, not that good, apparently. CNN went to the home of Long's grandparents in Morristown, Tennessee on Wednesday. "All I want to say is that he is our grandson and we still love him very much," said Long's grandmother, Margaret Long, who was visibly upset. And that's the right answer. That's the right answer. Long's grandfather interrupted the conversation, saying they'd been told not to speak to anyone and gave no further comment. That's the more right answer. Thank you, Grandpa, for being sensible. Suspect went to rehab twice for sexual addiction. Well, somebody should sue the rehab facility for not doing their damn job. Long spent time in rehab for sexual addiction last year, former roommate told CNN Wednesday. The roommate, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said he lived with Long for several months in summer 2020 at a transition house for people exiting rehab. He said it was the stickiest situation he's ever been in. Long had been in rehab for sexual addiction, the roommate said, adding that Long didn't talk about his addiction, but it seemed to be doing better by the time he left the transition house. The roommate said he hadn't been in contact with Long in a long time. Your name here says, "It is. I just watched the news story." Wait, the sex place is being sued? That's pretty funny. The roommate said he saw a surveillance photo of Long online after the shootings Tuesday night, and when I zoomed in, I could see the side of his face, and I knew it was him. Roommate called police that night, identifying the suspect. Tyler Bayless said he shared a housing unit with Long at Maverick Recovery, a rehab facility in Roswell, Georgia, between August 19th and February 2020. Told CNN that Long felt tortured by an addiction to sex and had gone to massage parlors for sex. It was something that absolutely would torture him. He said Long was a deeply religious person. He would often go on tangents about his interpretation of the Bible and was distraught about his addiction to sex. Bayless said that on multiple occasions during his stay at the facility, Long told him that he had relapsed and gone to massage parlors explicitly to engage in sex acts. I have never even been offered sex acts at massage parlors. I've been to several. I've been to expensive ones. I've been to cheap ones. No one's... What is it with me? What's wrong with me? I feel left out. A law enforcement source told CNN Wednesday that Long was recently kicked out of the house by his family due to his sexual addiction, which the source said included frequently spending hours on end watching pornography online. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. Look, I don't want the sex acts from the massage parlor, but I want to be offered them. I want the right to turn them down. Hours? Hours? That's a lot of porn. Bet his dick looks like a natural casing hot dog after that. Oh my God. An incident report from the CCSO said an anonymous caller to 911 told dispatch Long was kicked out of his parents' house last night, adding that he was emotional, the incident report says. A community shaken. President Joe Biden was briefed overnight about the shootings, and White House officials have been in touch with Atlanta mayor's office and the FBI. White House press secretary Jen Psaki said Wednesday And with the mention of Jen Psaki, it's important to note that right now, Angry Bainling has become a sex addict and is maybe a danger to himself. Mayor Bottoms told, her name is Bottoms, told CNN's Wolf Blitzer Wednesday, people need to stand in solidarity with Asian Americans like they did with Black Americans last summer. In the same way African Americans across this country asked for support and we asked for people to stand with us over the summer, it's important that people stand with our Asian brothers and sisters in the same way. I mean, not to put too fine a point of it, but isn't the majority of anti-Asian crime right now coming from African American perpetrators? Isn't that, like, I hate to put it that way, but isn't that what's going on? They're being targeted unfairly, and in Atlanta, what we've seen, the worst has happened. But this isn't related to that at all. Bottoms added that she thought it would be appropriate if Long was charged with a hate crime. Of course you think that. Georgia State Rep Bean Wen told CNN's Aaron Burnett she believes the spa shootings were a racially motivated crime. Based on what? And said the U.S. has a reluctance to admit that there is a very real and deep-rooted systemic racism that does result in violence. Let's talk about the real anti-Asian violence. It's at major institutions, universities. That's where the serious anti-Asian discrimination is going on. It's at major universities right now, who have higher requirements to admit Asian students than other students. If you're an Asian student wanting to go to med school or law school right now, you have to score higher than a white, than a Hispanic, than an African American. You have to score higher. Let's see. In this particular case, where the victims were Asian women, we see the intersections of racism, xenophobia, and gender-based violence. No, we actually have no current evidence to support that as far as the reports go. Maybe that's true. It's entirely possible that this guy's like, I only want imported Asian women to die. Like, that is certainly a possibility. But until you show me his Facebook post, which has that, which if it was there, it would already be reported. But until you can show me that, I'm not going to believe you. Come on! No! I refuse to believe that this person's name is Young Ho Koo. Stop it! Asia be trollin'. Her name is fucking Young Ho. Oh, wait, him. That's a guy. Atlanta Falcons place kicker and South Korea native released a statement on Instagram explaining the shooting's effect on him and how hate crimes against all races need to stop. They don't have any effect on you. You're an Asian man who plays for the Atlanta Falcons. What effect would they have on? This has got to stop too. Look, if a bunch of white Polish lawyers got murdered tomorrow, you know what effect it would have on me? Zero, because I wasn't murdered. What is this? Oh man. Let me tell you about the effect this has on me. None. I'm alive. I don't have bullets riddling my body. What the fuck? As an Asian American, I have heard the jokes and name calling. Hey, guy who's better at math than me. I often dealt with it by ignoring what was said and minding my own business. I don't have all the answers, but I realize now more than ever that this is an issue that needs to be addressed and that ignoring it won't help us do that. I know this one post won't solve the problem, but I hope to raise awareness on hate crimes against all. Hashtag stop hate. Koo's post read. Stop hate. He did it. He solved it. He solved hate crimes. Thank God. Thank God. If I was a proper grifter, I would sell merchandise all over like a little tiny stop hate in some innocuous place. Like right on the armpit of a shirt. Right on the ass crack of a pair of jeans or whatever. Oh, Jesus. Thank God someone wore a helmet that said stop hate. What are the jokes? Were any of them good? Georgia State Rep Sam Park told CNN that he urges Asian Americans facing discrimination and hate to make their voices heard by reaching out to community members, elected officials, and law enforcement. Raise those concerns so we can do as much as we can to provide support and hopefully prevent tragedies like this from happening moving forward. Regardless of the motivation, given the concerns, of course, there's a proper correction coming up just a second here. Regardless of the motivations, given the concerns the community already has in light of all the attacks that we've seen, particularly against Asian American women and the elderly, I think this is a reminder that we need to do everything that we possibly can to protect the most vulnerable among us. Correction, a previous version of this story incorrectly spelled the names of shooting victims, Delana Ashley Yuan and Xiaoji Yan, because they hate Asian. I mean, we figured that out, right? They must hate Asians. Not a single Asian contributed to this post, by the way. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is the CNN article. Asian Americans reported being targeted at least 500 times in the last 2 months. And Angry Bainling is probably simping for Nicole Chavez because she's a redhead, even though she's easily a 3. Here we go. Coalition tracking reports of racism and discrimination against Asian Americans says it has received at least 3,795 firsthand complaints since last year. Well, I mean, I think you get more than that in 1 hour on Twitter if you're white. No, I mean, like, Stop AAPI Hate began tracking violence and harassments against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders on March 19th. From then through the end of 2020, Stop Hate received a total of 3,292 complaints for all 50 states. Coalition, which had previously reported a lower number of complaints, said some incidents that took place in 2020 were not reported until earlier this year. There were at least 503 anti-Asian hate incidents reported between January 1 and February 28th, according to the group's latest report. While the incidents reported through their website likely only represent a portion of the number of hate incidents in the United States, Coalition says those numbers show that anti-Asian sentiment is still prevalent. How do they verify the reports? How do they verify them? Hate incidents are not abating. We cannot let anti-Asian American hate be a legacy of COVID-19 or the last presidential administration. When the fuck ever did Trump do anything to Asians? But that's exactly what will happen unless we demand concrete action. Russell Jung, co-founder of Stop AAPI Hate and professor of Asian American Studies at San Francisco State University, said in a statement, majority of the incidents, about 68%, were cases of verbal harassment, while shunning or avoidance made up about 20.5%. About 11% of the incidents involved physical assaults, according to it. 11% takes that 500 number, 503 down to down to 55. More than a third of the incidents took place in businesses, 25% were in public streets, and 9.8% in public parks. Nearly 11% of the reports involved online incidents, according to the organization. Among those saying they've experienced hate, 42% identify as Chinese, followed by 14% who said are Korean. Good editing, guys. 14.8% who said are Korean. Vietnamese and Filipinos make 8.5 and 7.9% of those reporting the incidents, respectively. Stop Hate said it doesn't independently verify any of the reports it receives, but that its total number of incidents only includes those reports that came with a description. Okay. They don't do anything. It's all made up. Well, they described it. We just report what we received. We do tend to believe the impacted person. You don't know if they're impacted, especially as so many are willing to go on record and to speak publicly about what happened to them. There's no downside to doing it. They only get plus points for being abused. In recent months, advocates, actors, and officials have come together to denounce violence following a string of attacks in California and New York that left several people severely injured and some dead. Must stop. Oh, let's listen to this. Come on now.
We've turned against one another.
No, we literally haven't.
A mask, the easiest thing to do to save lives. Sometimes it divides us. States pitted against one another instead of working with each other. Vicious hate.
It's not the mask, you motherfucker. You dumb, Alzheimer's-riddled, AIDS-filled piece of shit. It's not the mask. It's the mandate. The mandate is what divides. It's fucking freedom, baby. That's it. That's it. And that you don't understand that is why you don't deserve to be president. You don't deserve to be in Congress. You don't deserve shit. It's fucking liberty. It's not the mask. It's the order from the government. It's the jail time. It's the fine. It's the social ostracism. That's what divides us. Nobody cares about a fucking mask. Either wear it or you don't. It's when the government labels you a criminal and a murderer for not wearing one. That's the division, and that's you piece of shit.
Hate crimes against Asian Americans who've been attacked, harassed, blamed, and scapegoated. At this very moment, so many of them are fellow Americans. They're on the front lines of this pandemic trying to save lives. And still...
Did he just racially profile Asians into doctors? Yes. Yes, he did, by the way.
Still, they're forced to live in fear for their lives just walking down streets in America.
Oh, yeah.
It's
happens
wrong.
all the time.
It's un-American, and it must stop.
And he stuck up for the Asian American community.
Oh, thank you, Van fucking Jones. One of the biggest race hustlers on the planet, also has the gayest lisp I've ever heard. And this piece of shit can shove dynamite in his own ass and light it.
That's been living a horror for this entire time. But there was nothing about it where he was taking shots at anybody. He didn't blame the other party for not being there. He told the country that we can get this done. And it was...
He literally has been taking shots at the other party the entirety of his presidency and the entirety of his presidential run. What are you talking about, you lying sack of garbage?
Just the tone was different. Tangibly, it's different in terms of who he's helping. But this is exactly what we need right now.
God, disgusting people. Van Jones is a monstrous pile of shit. If you don't know, by the way, Van Jones, monstrous pile of shit. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Never mind. I'm not going to go into Van Jones on the stream. God, I fucking hate him. What a piece of shit. Last week, President Joe Biden addressed the nation on the one-year anniversary of the COVID-19 shutdown. A year of the shutdown. A year. They locked us up for over a year. And people are proud. They're happy. They're cheering. They're still happy that the government told them to stay home. Too often we've turned against one another, Biden said. A mask, the easiest thing to do to save lives, sometimes divides us. States, where's my oatmeal and my milk? Hours before Biden's speech, two Democratic lawmakers reintroduced legislation in the House and the Senate calling for the expedited review of hate crimes related to the pandemic. Rep. Grace Meng of New York, who sponsored the bill in the House, said she hopes the legislation tackles the disgusting pattern of hate that Asian Americans are facing since the start of the pandemic. Have another drink. I can't. I'm legally prevented from pouring another drink until you guys get me to 1,000 likes. I don't know what to tell you. It's not even my fault. All right, are you guys ready to be really pissed? You ready for the real anger? This case is done archiving. Yell your strings of profanity now. Because it's about to go. We're about to go dark. This is not Loudoun County. No, this is darker than that shit. 48 likes to go. I poured it already. We're 20 likes away. There we go. There we go. We hit it. It's a terrible idea. Again, I got to teach at 9 a.m. Here we go. This isn't Loudoun County. Children's Court Judge Brett Blum charged with 7 counts of child pornography. The Milwaukee County Children's Court judge was charged Wednesday with 7 counts of possessing child pornography that showed the abuse of young boys. Brett Blum, 38, was arrested Tuesday and spent the night at the Dane County Jail. He made his initial appearance in Dane County on Wednesday afternoon, where a court commissioner set a signature bond with the conditions Blum not use social media or file sharing services or have unsupervised contact with children except for his own. By 4 p.m., he had been released. Each of the counts carries a minimum mandatory sentence of 3 years and as much as 15 years in prison plus 10 years of supervised release. The criminal complaint charges that Blum uploaded as many as 27 images and videos of children being sexually abused last fall using the message app Kik. The uploads charged in the complaint occurred from a home he and his husband own in Cottage Grove in Dane County. The couple has 2 adopted children. Court records do not suggest they are part of any of the illegal images. Child Protective Services is involved with their current placement. Defense attorney Christopher Van Wagner said during the court hearing. Case is being prosecuted by Assistant Attorney General David Moss. He argued for a $2,000 cash bail. He argued for a $2,000 cash bail. My client, who is charged with CBD oil possession, which is legal in Minnesota, by the fucking way. The prosecutor argued for a $20,000 cash bail for possession of a legal substance. This motherfucker is uploading images of young boys being abused sexually. $2,000. This is a fucking judge. He's a judge. He makes $130,000 a year, probably at a minimum. You want to know the dark secret? Assistant Attorney General David Moss knows this guy. He's a judge, right? He's a judge. He's probably worked with him. Literally in the same building. That Blom not be allowed to have a cell phone or any unsupervised computer use except for with his attorney, and no unsupervised contact with any children, even his own. But Court Commissioner Brian Asmus noted Blum's extensive contacts with the area, his lack of any criminal record, and his husband's interest in protecting the couple's children and deciding on lesser conditions. Oh, man. Yeah, that $2,000 cash bail was real fucking brutal. Real brutal on the judge. Oh, man. How's he going to put that up? Look, he's just uploading pictures of kids. Preliminary hearing set for May 29th. Later Wednesday, the state Supreme Court announced it was suspending Blom from any judicial duties without pay per the High Court's superintending and administrative authority over all courts in the state. According to the criminal complaint, investigators were tipped by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that a user called Dom Master BB. Fuck him! You know what? God damn it. Had used the messaging and chat app known as Kick to send suspected child pornography. State investigators, led by Special Agent Tamar Taubel of the Division of Criminal Investigators, later tied the account to Blom via his personal and work emails. Work emails. And searches were eventually done at the home in Cottage Grove, another in Milwaukee, and at the judge's chambers. Case marked at least the second time agents investigating child pornography executed a search warrant at Children's Court. In 2018, they seized the computer of a longtime staff attorney at Legal Aid Society of Milwaukee, which provides guardian ad litem services in the county. Jesus! The lawyer Michael Bruno resigned but was never charged with a crime? What? What? The complaint indicates Blom also uploaded images using the internet at a friend's home in Milwaukee. That friend, referred to in search warrants as Individual B, confirmed to investigators that Blom was at his home on days that the friend's internet service showed uploads by Dom Master BB of child pornography. I guess on his phone or something? You're at a friend's house and you can't stop yourself from uploading child porn? What? Just execute him! Just fucking execute him! Why are we still... We are so damn backwards as a society. I don't even know what to do. Just light him on fire and put him on a cliff. Why? 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 Defeated an incumbent judge. Blom was elected to the circuit court in 2020, defeating an incumbent who had been appointed by Governor Scott Walker, Paul Dadinsky, as a second challenger. He began service as a judge in children's court in Wauwatosa in August. Let's see. Can we find a Blom? Let's see. What is it? What's the fucking website? Ballotopedia. Brett Blom is a judge for Branch 5, the Milwaukee County Circuit Court in Wisconsin. He assumed office. His current term ends on July 31st. Nope. Blom ran for election. He won in the general election on April 7th. He's completed Ballotopedia's Candidate Connection Survey in 2022. Click here to read the survey answers. On March 17th, he was suspended from his judicial duties. He was born in Ottumwa, Iowa. He earned an undergrad degree from Marquette University, graduate degree from University of Missouri. Here's his Candidate Connection Survey in 2020. Let's take a look at this. Brett was elected by an overwhelming margin to serve Milwaukee County as a circuit court judge in Branch 5. He will take the bench in August 2020. He's a community activist, experienced attorney, and devoted dad. Spent his career fighting for the most marginalized in our community. Not kids, though, apparently. Brett is the president and CEO of Cream City Foundation. Oh, my God! It's fucking called Cream City. Cream City Foundation about. Take a peek. Let's take a fucking peek. Cream City Foundation mobilizes philanthropic resources by harnessing the pride, passion, and commitment of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people and their allies to advance the human rights, respond to the human needs of LGBTQ plus people in southeastern Wisconsin. See the about. Foundation began in 1982 with only $500 in seed money and has granted more than $1.5 million to life-affirming, life-sustaining, and life-celebrating programs for LGBTQ plus communities. Emphasis on the plus of southeastern Wisconsin. Work addresses the economic, health, safety, and equity needs that prevent our LGBTQ plus communities from achieving full inclusion. Our work is not single-issue driven. Let's see. Develop 3 elevated priorities that will guide our fundraising and grant-making efforts. Equity, health, and prosperity, our mission. Let's look for it. Let's see if there were signs. DJ Quam. God damn it. Why is DJ Quam. Angela Harden. Did they already remove their fucking CEO from the menu? Right? He's the CEO. He's the president and CEO. Not anymore. Got rid of that real quick. Okay, let's see. Philanthropic resources by harnessing the pride, passion, and commitment of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans people and their allies to advance the human rights and respond to the human needs. Raise money, fund, and convene our vision. Leader in mobilizing philanthropic resources. Okay. Let's take a look. What programs do we have? Strengths and resources of our nonprofits. State of the foundation. Past events. What do we got? Oh, that's going to be an awkward state of the foundation, right? In 8 days? I wonder if I can attend the Zoom webinar for this. I'm keeping this up. I am keeping this webpage up. I'm going to see. Can we attend the Zoom webinar for the state of the foundation on the fucking 26th? There's one on the 7th of March. We're talking this, this is today. This news story is today. This is as fresh as it gets, by the way. So, at this last one, it wasn't there. April. Ask a provider panel. Back to school bowling, Halloween party, Valentine's Day in April. Breakfast with Santa. Grant making. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Remember this? Here it is. You've seen this news story. It can't be fucking funnier. You've seen this news story. You know this news story. Here it is. It's them. Oh my God, of course it is. Of course it is. Of course, I mean, it wouldn't be reality if it weren't so fucking obvious, would it? Oh, no. A bunch of drag queens reading stories to children in libraries. What could possibly go wrong? Child fucking pornography. From the damn CEO of the program. Drag Queen Story Hour is just what it sounds like. Drag queens reading stories to children in libraries, schools, and bookstores. Drag Queen Story Hour captures the imagination and play of the gender fluidity of childhood and gives kids glamorous, positive, and unabashedly queer role models. In spaces like this, kids are able to see people who defy rigid gender restrictions and imagine a world where people can present as they wish, where dress up is real. Mission? Fun and entertaining way to educate all ages about progressive social justice and human growth and development issues through literature and reading. You can't make this up. I don't know. How do I put this in a tweet? Here we go. I'm live tweeting. Remember the drag queens reading to kids in libraries? Their president and CEO just got tagged for child pornography. He and his husband are devastated. This is not a meme tweet. There. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. I cannot. I did not know this. I had no idea that this connection existed. I had no clue. I hadn't even read the story because it was paywalled. I archived it live on the stream. This is my first view, and I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Well, let's check what he's interested in Ballotpedia. Oh, looks like he's interested in kids in libraries. Gas. I guess I should put that on every social media platform I'm on. I can't. Poetry in motion, right? Hold on. I'm posting to the 27 fucking hundred fractionalized stupid social media platforms that exist. Links, please. Someone asked for the links. Here we go. I need this one. That one. This one. This one. This one. In order. You need all four because the media will never, ever report this. I cannot believe it. I mean, I can believe it. Stormcrow, I put up in the tweet, I put up the archive link. There's the only thing paywalled is this one. Here's the archive link to the only paywalled thing. Europrop, I covered the Biden green screen yesterday, yeah. Look at the replies to your tweet. Here we go. Here's the tweet. Let's take a look. Let's watch it grow in real time. Replies. Who could have ever seen that coming? Of course this happened. Batman. Suspicion becomes reality. Kyle Rittenhouse. No. No. That's the funniest response that's possible. Oh my God. Oh. Gas. Links. Here's the links. I've posted them. That's fucked up. Really? Who would have thought this could happen? To the library. No, stop it. Need archive link, please. We've got a bunch of people tagged. Life is a giant gaslight fest these days, and nobody was surprised. Pepperidge Farms also remembers. Hashtag drag race monologue. Jesus wept. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh. The Kyle Rittenhouse one. I'm dead. I don't even know what to do with my entire life. I don't know what to do. We got a couple chats. John Keeler, thank you for sending me a sticker. I appreciate it. Stormcrow 900 says figs are manufactured, repeat infinite number of times. Good God, spent 10 minutes trying to get around the filter. Also, can't say some Latin phrases now. Snuggle Struggle says, take a gander at this guy's social media. I bet you he suffers from TDS like most. These perfect examples of human refuse. Reset the clock, I guess. Another child lover looking to get them while they're young. All right, so impact. Open to the public to engage the widest audience. LGBTQ plus visibility in areas that lack representation. Point of first contact for families seeking the information. Provide safer spaces for children to express themselves. Look at this poor kid. Look at this. Like, honestly, this kid doesn't know what's going on. Kids, I don't care about, like, I honestly don't. I'm not like, oh, keep the gays away from the kids. I really don't care about LGBTQ people being around kids, generally speaking. I don't care. That's not an issue that's on my thing. I'm not like, oh, man, I know the vast majority of LGBTQ people are just fine, right? Like, around kids. I got it. That's not a thing. But you're taking them to an agenda, and look at the fucking look on that kid's face. This is the press. This is the media release. And the mom's got the kid in a rainbow, like a rainbow dress, like the kid cares at all about sexual identity. Kid doesn't know what's going on. They're a prop. Kids should never be your prop. Don't bring your kids to a rally. Don't bring your kids to a political, like, event. Like, don't put your kids in like a Jesus shirt and bring them to a Bible rally either. They're kids. They're kids. Let them be kids, please. I don't care where you are politically. They're kids. They don't know what's going on. You're just indoctrinating. Your kid is not a placard to carry around at a protest, ever. Like, if you're going to go protest an abortion clinic, go do it. I don't care. Don't bring your kid. Don't bring your kid. That's my problem here. Hey, Prudge, please, just say it once, man. Stop spamming. Spamming is stupid. You know what? Bring this guy to a political rally. Ruin his life. Hey, fuck off, Prudge. I hope a bunch of drag queens read you library books, you piece of shit. Fuck you! Fuck you, Pudge! Prudge! Whatever your stupid gay name is, fuck you! Go die in a fire. Nobody likes you. Eat shit. All right. Intersectional reading list that covers a range of topics. Educating families together. As individuals, the events are family-friendly and fun. Sponsor Drag Queen Story Hour today. $50 for a book? What book? Oh my God. Is that in grant making? No, that was Drag Queen Story Hour. You know what I'm looking for, right? There's not one singular LGBTQ plus community, but several communities. There's great diversity in gender identity, sexuality, race, and ethnicity, class, and religion amongst LGBTQ people. You know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for. Greatest needs of the people in southeastern Wisconsin center around themes of health, education, employment, poverty, and rural issues. People of color, in particular Black LGBTQ plus people, regardless of gender identity, age, and class, experience the most discrimination and poverty. All trans people, especially trans people of color, experience the greatest discrimination, greatest levels of poverty and violence. The most vulnerable being youth. They're the most vulnerable to your CEO. Your CEO is the danger to the youth that you have, by the way. Apply for a grant. What else do we have here? Milltown LGBT families. events. Business equality luncheon, healthy families, summer social. News. Well, I wonder if the news story is about the CEO. I wonder if that's on here. Now hiring office and engagement coordinator. Aren't you hiring a CEO? Join Cream City Foundation for Giving Tuesday. Scholarship recipients. Christ. Balkerzak announces CCF president and CEO. What was this? August 12th, 2020. Let's see. That kind of looks like the guy, right? Doesn't it? Is that him? Brett Blom, right there. That's him. So he must have been replaced as CEO in 2020. World AIDS Day. Okay. Anyway, all right, let's go back. That's just the first. That's the first line of the second paragraph. How's this thing doing? Oh no, it's up to 200 likes. Oh no, what's Twitter gonna do if this thing takes off? Oh God. Oh God, it's terrible. Helen Keller could have seen this one coming. Oh no, not a space marine. Let's see the replies. Does come down? No, these guys stole their name. Stop. Have you ever reached out to JF Garipe to be a guest on your show? No. I might have made fun of JF too many times. Will you make a YouTube video about this, or do you worry it will just get taken down? Posting on any alt tech sites? I guess now is a good time as ever. By the way, guys, all of my videos are mirrored to Odyssey. I do have an Odyssey account. I have 81 views this week, which is I'm very proud of that. But I do have an Odyssey account if you guys really want to look into it. Oh, I'm up to 83 views. 2 more views came in. Odyssey is there. It mirrors all my videos. I don't know if it grabs the live streams before I take them down. Let's see. Here we go. Nuked this page and there's no archive. Okay. Here we go. Oh, God. Sorry to focus on this, but it's too perfect. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. He has over 15 years of experience in litigation, philanthropy, community organizing, and nonprofit management. Before joining the Cream City Foundation, he served as the director of major gifts for the AIDS Resource Center of Wisconsin, Milwaukee-based AIDS service organization. Previously, Brett served as an attorney with the Wisconsin State Public Defender's Office, where he represented low-income individuals that were charged with felony and misdemeanor crimes. Proud former member of AFT Local 4822, the Wisconsin State Public Defenders Association. Please list below 3 key messages of your campaign. What are the main points you want voters to remember about your goals for your time in office? Criminal justice reform, fair justice, open court system, and little boys. What areas of public policy are you personally passionate about? We have a mass incarceration crisis in our state. My platform adopts the ACLU Smart Justice Reforms that aims to decrease the state's incarcerated population by 50% by 2020. I wonder why he's trying to keep people out of jail. Noteworthy events. Charged with possessing child pornography. Not possessing, distributing. He's uploading it. I wish they had the criminal filing listed. What are the sources here? This is all the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. He was arrested yesterday, charged today. Amazing. All right. I didn't think that was gonna happen in the way that it happened. In 2019, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett urged Democratic Governor Tony Evers to select Blum to an opening on the Milwaukee County Circuit Court, saying he had known Blum for nearly 20 years. Hey, Tom Barrett, how you doing? Let me read. Hey, at Tom Barrett. Wonder what the Milwaukee mayor? Damn. I'd have to look up his Twitter account. Wouldn't it be fun to see what he has to say about it? Let's see. I've had the opportunity to watch Brett grow into a leader and a strong advocate for Milwaukee, person of impeccable integrity, and someone who has worked to make Milwaukee a more diverse and equitable place for all, Barrett wrote. What? We got to find it. What? Hold on. Mayor Tom Barrett. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. You know why I'm confident in doing this? Because I don't own, touch, distribute, look for, or anything related to child porn like these motherfuckers do. So we can do this all day to them. There is no possibility of hypocrisy because I'm not a fucking degenerate. Quote, hey, at mayor of MKE. There it is. How's that recommendation holding up there, champ? What a fucking dumbass. Oh, God. I have too much fun with this myself. Sorry. Whew. Evers did not appoint Blum to the opening. On Wednesday, Barrett called the child porn allegations alarming and Blum's arrest a complete surprise. On Wednesday, Barrett called, before being elected judge, Blum served as the president and CEO of Cream City Foundation, which supports the LGBTQ community. Previously, he had worked as an assistant public defender in Dane and other western counties. Questions about his residency arose during the election. He said he was living in a house in Milwaukee and that his husband, who works for the University of Wisconsin Health, and children lived in the couple's Cottage Grove home. Though he had little, if any, legal experience in Milwaukee County, Blum, the first openly gay person to run for judge in the county. Oh, God, that must suck. It must suck. Like when you're when you're a good member of some community as labeled by the media, right? Like you're a good member of the LGBTQ community, like you don't bang kids or anything. And like you're like, "Oh, great. Finally, someone's getting elected. Someone's getting elected to represent my community. God damn it. Why did it have to be a pedo?" Why? Rode the movement to diversify the circuit court to victory. Of course he did, didn't he? And here we go. Here's how he won, right? Defeating a Scott Walker appointee, running on his "I'm gay, therefore I'm qualified" platform. Stop using identity politics. Stop it. One of his opponents in the 2020 election, who strongly questioned Blom's qualification then, said he feels awful for Blom's family and any victims. It appears that there have likely been many lives ruined by his actions. I also feel terrible for the children and families that have appeared in his court during the brief time he has been on the bench, said Zach Whitney. Words fail me here, but those children and families obviously deserve better, as do the voters. He needs to immediately resign. I mean, that's the first step. The second step might be off the gallows. Child porn, an enduring problem. The case was led by Wisconsin's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Its commander, Matt Joy, with the Division of Criminal Investigation, called child pornography an enduring and growing problem. Joy said that over the 20 years of the task force's existence, the number of tips has risen every year but one. In 2020, he said it received about 3,600 tips involving either child porn or people using the internet to try to coerce or persuade minors into providing photos or meeting up for sex. We covered a Wisconsin case for solicitation. Do you guys remember that? He was a Twitch streamer. He was a Twitch streamer from Wisconsin, if I remember right. And he was soliciting some minor for sexual acts, and he went to prison. That was a long time ago on the How to Catch and Convict a Pedophile or Predator. How to Catch and Convict a Predator series that I've done on live streams. But yeah, he was a Twitch streamer and he was engaged in this. The chat logs were fucking disgusting. That person deserves to be hit with a wrecking ball. A wrecking ball full of a nuclear weapon. Messaging and chat apps, he said, have largely replaced peer-to-peer file sharing as the primary tool for spreading child pornography. Facebook and Twitter. It's so easy to communicate with like-minded individuals almost out in the open. Twitter. That they feel emboldened and normalized. He said it presents a real risk to children. Joy said that among his department and a couple of larger local law enforcement agencies, there are only a handful of investigators devoted full-time to internet crimes against children, but hundreds of other detectives have received training and help investigate crimes the task force finds in their jurisdictions. Almost every day, a law enforcement agency in Wisconsin is arresting someone for child porn or internet-assisted child exploitation, Joy said. Wow. Wow. An absolute banger of a story. Didn't know it was that deep. Thank you to the person who sent that to me on Twitter. By the way, I had no idea the story went that deep. I learned it right along with you guys. Absolutely amazing. Oh. Oh my God. I can't. We are so far fucking gone. We are so We are so far gone. I don't know what to do. We're so wrapped up in agendas and affirming people. But people don't need to be affirmed, by the way. How many times have you been affirmed today? How many people walk up to you and said, "Oh man, I'm so glad you're a cis white male or female or a hetero"? Nobody, because nobody needs to be affirmed. That's not a thing that's real. Who's Stone Toss? I assume that's a good thing, but I don't. 33 times today. I don't know who Stone Toss is, no. Let me look him up on Twitter. I have no idea who anybody. How do you guys not know that I'm just a complete boomer? Stone Toss Comics. Is that who it is? I don't see a retweet from this guy. Oh wait, no, there it is. There. Oh no. Here it is. I found it. I didn't see his comic. A Master Chief shows up. Come on. Oh, no. Okay. Or it's Doom Slayer. It doesn't matter. That's a Slayer from Doom. Look, I don't know who Stone Toss is. I don't know who the Doom Slayer is. My first thought was Master Chief. You guys know I'm terrible at this. I've seen this guy's stuff. I've seen Stone Toss's stuff. I just didn't know, I don't know the name. But that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm sure that's a disaster. Okay. Oh my God. What a mess. That dude is bad news. Like 3/5 of his comics are real good, but those other two are beyond the pale. Oh. Oh no. John McCain's glioblastoma says, preacher voice, "Praise be upon ye who recognize my divinity, for it was I who delivered the people of Arizona from Beelzebub. I have risen from the crippled corpse to inflict my wrath upon all plaguing this great nation. Open ye wallets and listen to my apostles, Ricada and the Razor Fist, and I shall descend upon this nation with all my cancerous fury, cleansing it of the Muppet Deceiver and his disciples. Yes, can I get an amen?" Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Whew. All right. So, I have this story from Loudoun County, but it's too late to do it tonight. It's too late to do it tonight because it's already 1:40. I have to teach at 9 a.m. I've still got to watch a movie on Twitch. I just can't. I can't come out and do I can't do another story that might take a while. We'll probably add it to tomorrow's live stream instead. But let's do chats and wrap up this live stream. We'll go over to Twitch, and then we'll we'll have a fun movie night. And then tomorrow we've got another live stream. We've got one every night. come on, old man. I'm not super interested in doing another whole topic tonight this late, but because we have Twitch. So, what am I watching? I don't know yet. We got to check that out. There's lots of really good movies right now. So we'll pick that up. Let's do super chats, and then we'll Cars in Depth. No, I've not discussed the Michigan election case. I may do a short video on it tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Tay Bebe 26 says, "Happy St. Patrick's Day, Nick. I hope you had a great day. Cheers, buddy." It was great until I read that article. Redacted says, "If everyone is Irish today, that means as an Irish Catholic, you have to plant a bomb in your wife's car while she cries to the Anglican heretics to send in the troops." Zack Snyder says, oh wait, I read that one. Wolfgang Deo says, "Please send Bob's and Vagine, especially Nose, kindest, your pen pal from Romania." Zack Snyder's Gunt says, "It smells really rank down here." Is Zack Snyder a fat guy? I don't know. Guy quoting Razor Fist says, "Like Me Too, the timing seems suspect. My take, after a few spikes in Asian American registration for the Dems, internal polling is now grim. The BLM Antifa rioting really turned them off. This victim narrative is the DNC's attempt to get them back." Oh, yeah. Speaking briefly to that general theory, all of these people need to find a way to get ratings back, because now that Trump's gone, their ratings are gone. Their viewership's gone. Their money's gone. Everything's gone. They don't know what to do. So their bosses are like, "Hey, we really need you to pull numbers here." And they're like, I don't know. That's why we still get stories about Trump. Trump shouldn't be in the news, but he still is. The election shouldn't be in the news, but it still is. None of this stuff should still be in the news. The news cycle is long past. We're in March, baby. We're in March. And we're still on news stories about the last president in March? Why? They have to do it. They can't motivate their audiences without hatred of Trump. Night of Hope says, "This whole thing is an orgy of conveniences. Left has been pushing for this to be the narrative for the entire time. How come they can drive these nuts to do these things consistently enough to engineer a narrative of racism around it? Unbelievable." Night of Hope says, "It's also about making employers and private people the patsies for their ideas so that individuals can't make their own decisions. It's also about how the left would like to sick dogs on us to maul our genitals for protesting lockdowns like in Europe." Silky Johnson says, "Nick, if you want some rage, look up Robert Hoogland, a Canadian father put into jail for having the audacity to refer to his daughter as she and her because the school and her mom convinced her she's trans and he didn't want his daughter tortured and drugged." Jesus Christ. No, I don't want that. Kyle Rittenhouse says, "Sigh, I'm on my way." Don't worry, Kyle, I've got an AR for you, buddy. Wolfgang Deo says, "Not our fault that the coup came from the Xi's malicious actions. Also, maybe if Young Ho wasn't named that way, we wouldn't make fun of his name. I wonder if he has ever considered becoming trans. Just curious." Silky Johnson says, "Nick, remember the pits of the underworld in Spartacus? We need to make that a reality for all these pieces of shit." Yeah, that was awesome. When he cut off that guy's face, that was fucking cool. The worst part is they pretend to be the good guy, but underneath are just subhuman and deserve to be dropped into a pit of scorpions. Kermit the Frog says, for levity, yo, Nick, remember when I talked about snorting meth in a titty bar bathroom? Well, it was the one Cardi B worked at. She wanted me to hit that whap with my Black Mama Johnson, but seeing how deep and wide it was, I noped the fuck out and got sober. Thank you, Kermit the Frog. That's disgusting, but I love it. Davey Crocco says, yo. Tamara Holloway says, "Today's my hubby's birthday, our 8th anniversary, St. Patrick's Day, and Stimmy Day. Grift me, grift daddy." Tamara, happy husband's birthday to you. Happy anniversary to you. Cheers. St. Patty's and Stimmies. To all of you who got stimulus checks, I cheer for you. I'm glad for you. And I am happy that you got them. Chris Scar says blank the state and fuck the and star the establishment. Emily Wooten says I dropped in and was like, what the fuck are we watching? I appreciate you quitting that cringe live stream quickly. GTSY. Alrighty, let's get drunk. Look, I just wanted to know what was going on. I wanted to hear what Jeremy had to say. I find it absolutely appalling that Zack Snyder says I find it absolutely appalling that Zack Snyder would go out, talk about his supporters, some of his, geeks and gamers that supports him. Go look at their video catalog about Zack Snyder. And to call them racist and a hate group is bullshit when they're not. CJ says, I thought your sniffer was good. Please get Biden. Andrew Shaver says, body painting 101 with Nick Rekieta and Az. Next will be a hot tub stream with Ty Beard and the quartering. No. Mr. Leon says, yo, Rackets, just check. Zach was on at the beginning of their stream. Bad Dragonite says, Project Melody, Dollhouse Phil collab. He also says, forget the Chaos Gods question, Gork or Mork. Mork. Project Melody, if Dollhouse Phil made a Project Melody doll, he'd make $1 billion. Arlanius says, happy late St. Patty's Day, Nick. Opinions on Ardbeg. Friend got me into it last week. Great stuff. I like Ardbeg. Ardbeg, Ergodile. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Good stuff. DCV Titan says, Uche is a tool expected from an ex-NFL player. He's an ex-NFL player? Okay. Bad Vibe says, wait, Tapper, any relation to the Jake Tapper? I have no idea. No idea. The Gray One says, top of the evening, Nick, and happy St. Patty's Day. Got held up a bit and just now got home. Now to kick back, relax, beverage in hand, listen to some entertaining topics. Thank you for all you do. My pleasure. CJ says, seems like she did all the bulls in the pen. Bad Dragonite says, ran through. CJ says, bet they worked out a deal to get sex charges dropped so she doesn't get put on a sex offender registry. Giggity. Probably. Cray Slayer says, Australia is real. Drop bears kill people, and a leprechaun just stole my ale. That little bigger. Nope. The Marshallist, thank you for the donation. Preacher Bill says, Nick, it's like a white man can maliciously murder other humans only. It's like a white man can maliciously murder other humans without it becoming a racial issue anymore. Can't, I think they mean. Yeah, no, there's got to be some ulterior motive. Some people are just shitheads who kill people. What's the dealio says, I'm going to my dad's wedding in a month and I need a good whiskey recommendation. He likes Crown Royal and price isn't a problem. Also want a recommendation for myself, something that isn't too sweet. Look, for yourself, get a Dalmore Cigar Malt Reserve. That is a beautiful whiskey for you. It's not super expensive, but it's also not cheap. Dalmore Cigar Malt Reserve. Learn it, love it, live it. It's a great whiskey. Great whiskey to drink. Very manly, not too sweet. For your dad, if he likes Crown, get him the most expensive bottle of rare Crown you can find. That's how you respect someone's taste. Don't try to change him. Get him. I've had Crown Black, which I think you can only get in Canada. That's good. I'm sure there's a rare bottle of Crown somewhere, something extra aged, a special run. Go get that. Jay says, middle minority versus minority has always been a problem in many countries, even before Koof. America isn't different. Monica's personal fucking fiance says, it's time to be honest live on stream. It wasn't just one majorly historical accident. I have taken many prima facies and swallow my fair share too. Disgusting. Lil Meme says, heck man, I sure do love memes. Trico Blunt says, why is it the allies that are always the abusers? It's why they're the... Why, I don't know. Eddie Most 1000 says, found a fifth of Highland Park 18-year Viking Pride 2019 at my local liquor store. Great whiskey. Owner didn't put a price on the box, and one of his cashiers only charged me $58. Retails regularly at $140. Fantastic. That's an awesome deal. You take that deal every day. If I could find Viking Pride 18-year or Highland Park 18-year Viking Pride, I would at $60 a bottle, I would buy 10 of them. That's really a good bottle. Cyril Foxy says, does the plus and LGBTQ plus include creeps like him that are into cheese pizza and the distribution? Yes. Maps are included in the plus. Yes. Hey, what's up, Mersh? Nightwave Radio says, I just tried Green Spot tonight. Not bad. Oh, yeah, it's, wait, Green Spot? What the hell's Green Spot? I got Yellow Spot. I haven't had Green Spot. I'll look for it. Yellow Spot's fucking fantastic, by the way. How you doing, man? I'm coming back down to Florida, by the way. I don't know if you're going to be in the Tampa area again, but if you are, I'll let you know when. I'll let you know when. We could do dinner or something. Joshua Sanabria says, anyone fancy a crusade? Because I feel a crusade coming on. Deus Lo Volt and all that jazz. Funny Ginger, welcome to Super Lawyer status. Thank you very much. Cars in Depth says, have you discussed the Michigan election case? No, I might do it tomorrow on a short video. We'll see. Sean Costello says, just discovered you. Happy St. Pat's. Why so many haters? Who's a hater? There's a lot to that. There's a lot to that. I don't know. I'm just me. I'm just a guy screaming into a microphone, looking into a camera and into your beautiful eyes and drinking whiskey. That's it. My hallmark and my trademark is what you get here is what you get with me. I'm the same guy in person. I'm the same guy in my Discord. I'm the same guy on Twitter. The same guy wherever you find me. You know, that's just me. If people like it, they hang around. They hate it, they don't. And it's cool. Jero6 says, thanks for covering this, Nick. Have some drink money. Hey, thank you. Angry Baneling, that's the chlorine water. It's the chlorine water. Zack Snyder says, hey, Hollywood superstar Zack Snyder again. D-Day Cobra, the leader of Geeks and Gamers, revealed on EVS's stream why I decided to crash their dumb charity stream. That fanboy had the gall to insult my movies. Guess he'll think twice before he does that again. Oh my goodness. I'll insult his movies. 300 was trash. I didn't even watch the sequel to 300 because I knew it would be trash. And guess what? Batman vs. Superman or whatever? Fucking garbage. Bad movies. All right, guys. That's the show. That's the show. Wait, Jack Frost sent a sticker of a hippo and a chair. Thank you so much for that. 300 was trash, Angry Baneling. It was bad. It was a bad movie. You know how... Look, let me tell you why. I'll show you why 300's a bad movie. There's 2 scenes in it that make it bad. There's 2 scenes that ruin the whole thing. It's the weird sex scene. And then it's the scene where his wife is shamed for cheating on him. Now, go pick up the 300 graphic novel and find those scenes. I fucking dare you. I dare you to find them. They're not in there. Spoiler alert. You know why they're not in there? Because they're bad scenes. They're shit. They also do not comport with with what we know about Spartan culture, by the way. The shaming the wife for sleeping with someone else. Nope. It's not in the comic. Sweet and sour pork. I didn't read the comic either. The comic could be bad, but I know that I'm watching that movie and I said, there's no way in Christ that this scene is in the book. There's no way that this scene's in the book because it's bad. It's so bad. It's so far out of place. It's terrible. It's bad. Get over it. That's what we got now, guys. Yeah, she cheats on him in the first movie. What are you talking? Baneling, have you even seen the first movie? And by the way, Spartan women in their culture, there was no cheating on them because Spartan men, all Spartan men are worthy. All of them. And so a woman having sex with any Spartan man was doing a service to the city-state because the city-state was more important than their relationship. And since all Spartan men are worthy, because all of them have served in the military, and if they happen to live, they were clearly worthy, and if they were born defective, they were thrown off a fucking cliff or whatever, all of them were sufficient mates to procreate. It wasn't a thing. Like that whole scene was bad. And it's not in the book. Go look, it's not there. Bro, she was raped. Yeah, but she was also shamed for it. She was shamed for cheating on her husband. I get that she was raped, okay? Big wham and power. I don't fucking care. It's the part where he goes to the council and he's like, oh, well, she was not faithful to her husband. They're like, oh, and they've got their panties up in their fucking esophaguses because apparently these aren't Spartan men anymore. That's not in the book. And you can tell it's not in the book because it doesn't fit the movie. It doesn't fit the movie. And you know me, I love gratuitous nudity. Didn't fit the movie. Neither of them did. They're not in the books. Done. Anyway, so by the way, fuck Zack Snyder. Andrew Patterson, this is St. Patty's Day. You telling me to relax? What am I, Canadian? No, this is Irish Day. This is Ireland Day. Ire, it's in the name. Anger, fire, madness. Don't tell me to relax. I'll come through this screen. I'll choke you out. I'll pour whiskey in your mouth. What? Wolfgang Deo says, nickarchive.org has CP Judge's bio. Twitter. Perfect. Good. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be over on Twitch. We'll find a good movie to watch. Catch you guys tomorrow if you don't come to Twitch. See you then. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more of love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the wrong better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the wrong better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law